Rolling.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praise, all the praise, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakwakadash.
Double honors be to the apostles and the others, great millstone that taught us the truth. And shalom to you brothers out there on highways and byways doing this work in faith and sincerity. Once again, chanting down Babylon, as they say. This is what we've been commanded to do. Can you get Isaiah 62 and 6? This is the lot that we've been given, to continue to push this word, the truth and sincerity, man. So, I was watching the elder brothers from Dallas last night, the elder Ariala. He was going into how basically these weak nations are saying they're strong, and they're actually coming against Babylon, because you got to understand that part of this devil's stronghold, his stranglehold on the earth is this oil, and the reason that this devil went to war in Afghanistan and Iran and all these different places, because he actually wants to control the oil. Right? When you look at this devil's history, he's always had his hands in oil. John D. Rockefeller and them, they built their foundation on Standard Oil with the oil. Now, in the video, the brother, he mentions how Esau Edom, he brought out the information about how Esau Edom has every country in the world that wants to buy oil, they have to buy it in the U.S. dollar, And these other nations are starting to get fed up with that, and they're saying, "Now, fuck that. We want to purchase oil, in our money, And Russia was starting to be one of the first that was purchasing oil in the ruble, and that coin that they have, because Esau's a slick bastard. He said, if you want to buy oil, you got to buy oil with my money, and that strengthens the dollar. But now the dollar's getting weak, Go ahead.
All right, so there's the book of Isaiah, chapter 62, verse 2. And the Gentiles shall see thy righteousness, and all the kings thy glory. And thou shalt be called by a new name, which the mouth of the Lord shall name. Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6. I have set up watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Yea, that make mention of the Lord, keep not silent.
Verse, right. So the Lord has set up watchmen on the walls of Jerusalem, which Jerusalem is a place, a people before it's a place, And the Most High has set the men to watch. So we're watching these different things. So when I was selling that video, I got, that was inspiring, man. That was a great video. It was like 50 minutes, and it went into all the information, man. And that's why we watch the prophecies. We're constantly watching the prophecies, and we're constantly relaying the prophecies. So we're nothing but spiritual forecasters. And we're telling you it's about the rain. And what is about the rain? It's about the rain missiles, all right, on this place. And the Most High is bringing this place down slowly. Now, even Venezuela, they brought it out in the video. Venezuela, Iran, Afghanistan, all these different countries that have this oil, they're marked as enemies, man. Why? Because at any point they can disrupt the world economy by limiting the amount of oil that's moved around, because everything revolves around oil. All right,
this is all Matthew chapter 26. Matthew chapter 26, verse 41. And it reads, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
You know,
Yeah, you got to watch as well as pray. You know, That's what keeps you stable, and that's what keeps you sustained in these prophecies, because the scripture says that you got to be occupied in prophecy. You know, what's going to keep you occupied in prophecy is when you're watching for the signs and when you're praying. You know, those are the two key elements that you need to sustain yourself in this truth. You know, and to keep occupied in prophecy. You know, watch and pray. Because the moment you take your eyes off the ball, the moment you don't do those things, it's easy for your mind or your spirit to drift away and to get caught up in these temptations that's out here, you know?
Yep. Like it's just an example. Okay, yeah, Deuteronomy 33 and 24, where it says, he shall dip his foot in gold and in oil. Speaking about Asher. Real quick, like the elder brother had said, these temptations. There's this one chick right here. I give her a 10. I give her a 10. Beautiful chick. Right when we opened up the camp, she stood there with her fine ass. If you was driven by the flesh would be like, oh, go get her, because she's that bad. She's like stop traffic type bad. But we're more in tune with the spirit. We're not worried about things of the flesh, you know. We're not worried about things of the flesh. We're concerned with the spirit, you know. And we know we have a higher calling, a higher purpose than chasing tail. The brother the same brother from Dallas that did another video about basically chasing tail, man. Chasing tail and falling behind a woman is the reason that a lot of men fall out of the truth, man. You know. But yeah, you can read it.
Because like the scripture said, real quick,
oh yeah.
like the scripture said, you know, the spirit is indeed willing, but the flesh is weak. You know, but we're still subjected. You know, we're still in these chains of darkness. So the flesh is gonna wanna, you know, like the brother said, you know, gonna wanna get after that tail, get at her. You know what I mean? But you know, it's when you pray, because the important thing is that when you constantly pray and you fast, what it does is it strengthens your spirit, you know. So it builds up your spirit more, you know what I mean? So you'll have more control over your flesh, you know what I mean? Because naturally your flesh has more, it's more receptive than the spirit, you know. So what you got to do, you got to tap into your spiritual realm by praying and fasting, and that will increase your spirit and build up, strengthen your spirit in order for you, you know what I'm saying, to resist the temptations that's out there. You know what I mean? So that's how you do it. That's the secret to this thing, you know. Because if you don't strengthen your spirit, it's just like when you're exercising. You want to build up muscles, right? You got to exercise to build muscle. You know, take the proper supplements. You know, eat the proper nutrition to build the muscles, keep the muscles strong. Likewise in this truth, the nutrition that you need is to pray and fast, and that's what gives your spirit the strength, you know, to build up your spirit. You know, because at the end of the day, you're constantly growing in this thing. You got to grow. You know, sometimes brothers may grow faster than others, but that's how you grow in this thing. That's how you strengthen your spirit that you remain. So, yeah. Because eventually these women, we're not too worried, because eventually these women are going to come anyway when all hell breaks loose, like pursuant to the book of, you know, Isaiah 4:1. So we're not worried about that, you know. Though we may talk about the woman, you know, but we're not going to spend too much time, because there's other things to talk about, such as prophecy, such as World War III, such as the R5D ship, you know, Jacob's trouble, you know, the coming of our Lord, you know. So yeah, we're going to get on the woman here and there, but we're not going to spend too much time getting on her, you know what I'm saying? We're just going to say a couple of pieces and keep it moving, you know?
Yeah, we got bigger fish to fry.
Exactly, you know?
What's up, man? First Ezra 4 and 26. Yeah, there be many that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. And many have also perished and have erred and sinned for women.
That's right. This is what we got going on in this society, you know? everybody's running out of the midst of their ways for women. You know, you can see it all over Instagram, all over Snapchat, social media. You know, even on YouTube. You know, you got women, you know, shaking their asses and they're getting like, you know, a killing view.
And it's a job too.
You know, it's occupation.
They get paid for it.
Yeah, come on.
Professional hoes.
Yeah, they call it sex work.
Sex work.
That's what they call it.
And a lot of times, you know, they may not necessarily even have to sleep with anybody. They could just have an OnlyFans or modeling, right?
Yeah.
Modeling ain't nothing but being a hoe.
Exactly.
You out there naked and shit, and you getting paid millions of dollars, or some women get less, but you know they getting paid more than you do
That's right.
for doing next to nothing.
Exactly. You know, they'll like we said before, you know, they'll just take pictures of their feet. You know, feet pics,
That's
you know,
it.
ass pics, you know, titty pics. And you know, they'll start selling them for like at least $20 a pop, you know?
And if they're like, you know, because you know, there's a specific kind of women that people will pay for, you know,
Yeah.
more or less. You know, so if you know they pay less for black women, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
They'll pay less for black women. They'll pay more for like a blue-eyed, blonde-haired chick. So you know, there's different like levels to this shit. But there's a career off your beauty, whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
But even these black women, they still
get
make money.
yeah, they still get
paid.
paid. Yeah, they still get paid.
Because, you know, they like that chocolate, especially Esau, you know?
Either they do that or they go into porn.
Yeah, come on.
Which you know, if you're smart, if you're a woman, you're smart. This society is set up for you to do wickedness.
That's right.
You know, but
You know, that's how the game works. You know? Because you know, like that old saying goes, sex sells.
Sex sells.
Sex sells. It sure does sell. You know what I mean?
that's it. Oh, were you still holding that one?
Deuteronomy.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on that just real quick because of the first point I was making, and then just 33 and 24, I believe. Because these nations basically messing with, because the number one nation that was you got, I think it's Saudi Arabia number one, and then Venezuela is the second, I think, in oil. So I just wanted to make that point real quick.
No, this is the book of Deuteronomy 33, verse 24. And Asher, he said, let Asher be blessed with children, let him be acceptable to his brethren, and let him dip his foot in oil. Verse 25, thy shoes shall be iron and brass, and as the day shall be thy strength.
That's another reason how we know this sign is true. Because you got Brazil. Can you read that one again with the iron?
Verse 25, thy shoes shall be iron and brass, and as thy days shall thy strength be.
Yeah, you got Asher that lives down there in Brazil, Venezuela, and all that in that region, right? And that's on the sign. Yep, that's on the sign. You know, the word Brazil literally means iron. It literally means iron, and you got a lot of iron exports that come out of Brazil. You know, so yeah, basically Venezuela. Another reason why the 24th verse is speaking about Venezuela because there's a massive amount of oil. The scripture say that Asher will dip his foot in oil, as we just read. You know? So that was a prophecy of oils to come. You know, now. So this Venezuela. That's why America went up in there in Venezuela and started to mess with it and set up what's this guy's name? Juan Guaido. Juan Guaido as puppet leaders and to mess up because Venezuela was doing good after. Remember in the 80s?
Yeah.
In the 80s, 70s, they were rich. But Esau as always destabilizes, you know, the economy and messes it up. So that's why Russia.
But that's the thing too. They did the same thing in Haiti, that earthquake. You know, they discovered that there was a lot of amounts of oil and minerals. You know, they found a lot of gold, oil. You know, why you think Esau was up in there? He wasn't up in there to help the tribe of Levi down there. You know, he wasn't out there for that. He was there to steal the to take over the oil. To get them oil, to get his hands on the oil, the oil vessel, and the gold. You know, that was his purpose. His purpose was not to help the Haitian people. You know, people up there. You know,
And that's why Russia came in there and to help out Venezuela, which Russia's gonna be a guard to these different nations, man. You know, Venezuela got a good relationship with Russia, but Venezuela sell oil to Russia, but they had to do it in the dollar, and now they're doing it in the ruble. And they had something that song. You remember the song?
yeah, come on.
3 rubles. I can do anything for 3 rubles.
Because eventually, that's what's going to lead a war. You know, that's what led to the attacks on Iran. Not Iran, I mean Iraq. But you got the leader over there, Saddam Hussein. You know, pretty much he told the U.S. government was like convert your U.S. dollars into euros because he didn't want to sell his oil. He didn't want to sell his oil. He didn't want the Americans to purchase his oil in dollars. So he was rejecting the U.S. dollar, and he told them, look, you know, we want euros. You know, convert your U.S. dollars into euros. I'll sell you my oil, but you gotta pay me in euros. So that's what ultimately led to the whole propaganda that he had weapons of mass destruction, so they could invade that land and overthrow him.
Saddam Hussein?
Yes, Saddam Hussein. You know, so you know these other nations, they're rejecting the U.S. dollar because the U.S. dollar ain't worth shit. You know, that's why he told them, you know, look, you know, I don't want your U.S. dollar. Just if you want my oil, you gotta buy it in euros. You know, so and same thing with this other leader, the president of Libya, Gaddafi. Yeah, Muammar Gaddafi. Yeah, because he wanted the gold. You know what I mean? He wanted to bring the gold standard back. He didn't want to deal with the U.S. dollar. You know, he wanted to deal in gold. So that's why they invaded him, overthrew him.
So it all comes down to money with this
Yeah,
devil.
come on. So ultimately, you know, all these trade wars is eventually going to lead to this Third World War. Because the thing is, they just can't go into Iran right now because what's in them. The thing is, they can't go into Iran right now, which they wish they would. But the thing is, Iran got the backing of Russia and China. You know, 2 of the biggest superpowers in the world. So America is thinking twice before going up in there. But eventually they're going to end up going up in there anyway because these so-called Jews, they're the ones that are going to kick this thing off. You know?
So there's 2 areas you're supposed to be watching. You know? You're supposed to be watching America and the Levant. You know? These 2 areas, because the Levant is going to be where the Fertile Crescent, as they say, that's going to be the place of the Lord's judgment. You know? This is 1 Timothy 6:10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, while some coveted after they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Yeah, the love of money is the root of all evil. This is why, you know, the U.S. government, they do a lot of evil things to protect that dollar, you know, to keep that dollar as the world's reserve currency, you know, which is nothing but a fraud, because the law says that, you know, in the law it says that you should not do any on righteousness in weights and measures, you know, because ultimately the U.S. dollar is not backed by gold and silver. You know, it's just when you read it, you know what I'm saying? When you look on the dollar bill and you read it, it says legal tender. This note is for legal tender. You know, so it's an illusion. You know, and you know
to the order of.
Exactly, con. And you really, if I may say this real quick, you know, you got our people, you know what I'm saying, posting pictures holding fucking dollar bills. They look,
The money phone.
yeah, the money phone, like they look absolutely stupid. Because here it is, you got our people doing this dumb shit, but when you look at these other nations, they don't do that shit. You ain't gonna see fucking Evelyn Rothschild fucking holding up stacks of dollar bills to his ear, you know? You're not gonna see these super rich people doing that shit. Even these average rich Edomites or these other nations, you don't see them doing that dumb shit. But it's only our people when they get rich and they start fucking flashing money, taking pictures of millions of dollars in front of them. Like Floyd. As if, you know what I'm saying? Like they look dumb as shit. You know? But with these other rich Edomites, or these other nations, you don't see them doing that stupid shit. You don't see them fucking taking pictures, holding stacks of money, you know? As if, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they set up that bullshit ass money because they got the real money. They got the gold and the silver, you know? They own gold and silver. They got the real money. They just set that shit up, you know what I'm saying, to rob the people and to give the people an illusion. This is what yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna add that you mentioned the dollar bill. The dollar bill is nothing but full of symbolism and demonic ass shit. The money, first of all, it got so-called white people on it, Edomites on it. It has a pyramid with an all-seeing eye on it. It has an open, I think it has it said Novus Order Seclorum, and which means New World Order, and also you have I think it's Coeptus, something like that. I think that's how it goes. This is our enterprise fulfilled, you know, which everything in that fucking dollar bill is to have you is basically a predictive program that New World Order is coming. On your fucking dollar bill, everybody's worshiping that shit. So they're gonna worship the New World Order when it comes. But the Lord said what? In the fullness of his sufficiency shall he be in strength.
That's right. Yep. This is the book of James, chapter 5, verse 4. And it reads, Behold, the hires of thy laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth. You know, because this whole dollar bill, these Federal Reserve notes, these FRNs, they're nothing but fraud. It's nothing but fraud at the end of the day. Because back then they was using gold and silver. Back then you could trade in a Federal Reserve note for an ounce of gold or something like that. But slowly but surely they started taking the gold, removing the gold from the dollar, you know? Slowly but surely. And now this is what you have. You have nothing but inflation. Now the dollar's worth about 1 penny now.
Hey, to get one silver eagle, you gotta give up $40.
That's hard.
You know? That's just spot price. Used to be like $5. Now the spot price of silver went up like to $40, man.
That's right.
Damn near, you know. So this fucking fiat money, like I said, fraudulent money. It ain't you people out there, us, we're working for nothing, really, because this money is volatile. One day it's worth this much, another day it's worth shit.
That's right.
You know, gold is stable. That's why people are buying up gold, and the price of gold has gone up through the roof. Gold is stable, just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is an illusion. It's a blockchain. It's not a tangible thing. Gold, you can make stuff out of it. You can make a chain out of it. You can make you can build a city out of gold. That's how our kingdom's gonna be built out of gold, man. You know?
And like you said last week, gold, it never rusts.
It never rusts, right?
It never loses its value. It doesn't rust. It doesn't age. It doesn't rust. So that's how you know it's tangible, gold and silver, you know? But, you know, like I'm reading here, let me finish up, here. Alright. Which is kept back by fraud crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped and entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. You know? Because this is what's going on. You know? People have an illusion of wealth, but it's not really wealth. It's not real, it's not true wealth. You know?
Yeah, that's why we refer to this place as the Matrix. Because in the Matrix, you're basically in an illusion. That's why that movie, The Matrix, you gotta watch it over again. The Matrix series is basically a play on what we got going on now. Because when you unplug from the Matrix, you start to see things. You know, like like Neo, he went into the Matrix and he seen that lady in the red dress, and he seen everybody moving around like robots, and that's basically what it is. That's basically what we're experiencing right now, because we're in the Matrix right now, and all these people. And what did Morpheus tell him? He said, if you try to change the system, the people inside the system will fight you. To keep it the same. That's what people do, because these people are programmed into the system. They're basically jacked in. When the guy rebelled against the people in the Nebuchadnezzar, Morpheus and them, what did he tell Agent Smith? He said, just make me somebody famous, just make me somebody important. I don't care if it's not real. I know the stake's not real, but you know, just give me a lot of money and make me somebody important, like an actor. You know. So that's what people do. They sell out to the system, and they know this shit ain't real, but they love to have it so, and they betray their own people. You know, they betray their own people to maintain this place. Well, really, they betray themselves and they betray the Heavenly Father. That's right. You know.
Let me back you up, bro.
That's it. So yeah, watch that movie, man. That's a bad movie. Everybody's seen that movie, but people don't watch it with a spiritual eye. They said take the blue pill, take the red pill. You know. And Neo, I think he took the red pill. I forget which one he took. That's a bad movie, man. Yeah. And Keanu Reeves is Jake, man. Keanu Reeves is Jake, man.
So, scripture says here in the book of Mark chapter 8 verse 36, for what shall it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
That's it.
What should it profit you, man? Absolutely nothing. Because if you're really, in reality, you're really selling out for nothing. You know what I mean? Because, you know, this whole illusion of wealth that you think you have, it's not real wealth. You know, it's not true wealth. You know, what's the real wealth and the real true riches is having this knowledge of the scriptures. You know, that's the real true wealth, because ultimately, you know, this wealth that you may have, that you have, is gonna eventually grow wings and fly away.
Scripture speak about our lives being like a vapor, especially in this place, because our lives here are nothing. You know, they're really nothing, man. You know, we don't really live in this place. That's why the Lord came to prepare a kingdom for us, man. And we're seeking that kingdom to come. We're not satisfied with this place, man. Even though, you know, we have to live this captivity out, but we're hastening the day of the Lord. That's why the apostle named this year the hastening of the coming of the day of the Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You know, because, man, if the scripture tell you in Matthew 24, if this place, if the Lord didn't come, there'll be no flesh left to be saved, man. You know?
Yeah, come, let me get this real quick.
Yeah.
All right, Proverbs chapter 23, verse 5. Wilt thou set thy eyes upon wilt thou set thy eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle towards heaven. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen, you know what I'm saying, to the wealth that our people supposedly have, you know? Because it's not true. It's not real. It's an illusion, like the brother said. You know, because it's not real. Because eventually you're gonna end up losing it. You know, because like Denzel Washington said, there's not a there's not a U-Haul truck at your grave. You know, so you can't take all that stuff with you. So what's really gonna profit you is really getting and know this truth, you know, because the Lord said it himself. He said, "Lay up not treasures upon the earth, you know, where moth nor rust and rot. But lay ye up treasures for you in heaven, you know, where neither moth nor rust do rot, you know." Prayer of faith.
This truth is life. This truth, this knowledge, this riches, is everlasting life. You know, Oh, I got this. James chapter 5, verse 1. It says, Go to now, ye rich men, and weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments moth-eaten.
Yeah, your riches are corrupted and your garments moth-eaten. How are your riches corrupted? You know, through this dollar bill. You know, because it's nothing but a piece of paper at the end of the day. Because pretty soon people are going to be using it to wipe their asses with.
Like Venezuela.
Con, yeah, con.
Or the Weimar Republic.
Con. Because if you watch the movie I Am Legend, right? When Will Smith, when he entered into a building and he looked down upon the floor and he seen all the money that was right there. But in that time, that money wasn't worth shit. So you didn't see Will Smith just get all excited and dive up into that money. All right, because it wasn't worth shit. You know, because then them Federal Reserve notes were done away with, and that's a future to come. You know, that's a future to come. Because when you're gonna see, and you see a bunch of Federal Reserve notes laying in the street, you ain't gonna think twice of looking at it. You know, you're just gonna use it to burn, to make heat out of it, or to keep warm, or to wipe your ass with at the end of the day.
Like Pablo Escobar.
God, yeah.
They say he running from the police. They say he burned $2 million just to stay warm.
Oh yeah.
That's what we're gonna be doing.
Con.
You know?
Because in that time, the Federal Reserve notes are gonna be done away with. You know.
Yep. Because cash is obsolete right now.
Con.
Damn near. You know. So we're moving into a digital society, like Chris said. That cash ain't gonna be worth nothing. Everything's gonna be on that chip, like Aaron Russo said. You know. So everything's we're going into a digital age, man. The blockchain and all these different technology is nothing but ushering in the system of the beast, man.
Yeah, digital currency.
Digital currency.
That's what we're coming into.
It says, verse 3, your silver and gold is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire, and ye have heaped treasures together for the last days.
That's right. Yeah, heap treasures together for the...
Oh, you read verse 4.
Because really, what you really have is the real money. You know what I mean? You really have the gold, you got the silver, which is ours, by the way. You're just holding it. Because ultimately, everything belongs to us. Yeah, because ultimately it's going to get transferred back to us. You have it, you have control over it. But ultimately there's going to be a true wealth transfer that's about to take place. Because the scripture says the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. You know? So there's going to be a wealth, there's coming a huge wealth transfer coming real soon. You know? And we're going to take back what you stole it from us.
And from all you heathens, man.
Yeah, all you heathens.
All you heathens. Because all you heathens got rich off of our downfall. China and them. They had that Chinese general had a bunch of gold bars up in his, just sitting in his basement. While us, the children of the Most High, are starving. You know? 2 Ezra 6, the verse verse 59, it says, if the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? So you see, the world was made for our sakes. So everything in the world belongs to us.
That's right.
You know?
Even you.
Even you people, yeah.
Yeah, even you people. Because ultimately, our blessing was that all nations shall bow down towards us. You know? If you're bowing down towards something, you're in servitude of that person. You know, that person owns you. So, you know, everything is ours, including you. You know, you people.
Psalms chapter 2, verse 8. It says, ask of me, and I will give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
That's right. You know, the Lord said He's going to give us the heathen for thy inheritance. You know, because you heathen are our inheritance. You know, y'all gonna serve us in the kingdom of heaven when the kingdom is established. You know, we're gonna be your new lords, your new overlords, so for the same.
Landlords.
Landlords.
Yeah.
You know? Because right now you got the wrong kind of people ruling over you. That's it. And you don't respect this devil. You know? Y'all nations don't respect this devil. Y'all just doing business with it. Y'all just smiling. You other nations are just smiling in their faces. But behind closed doors, y'all huddling up, plotting to take this devil down. You know, because it's all about that money. You're only doing business is because of money. You know? You're only with this devil, or you're only being conceivage with this devil is because of the money that you're making off of this war. Because you nations, y'all are making a lot of money off this bitch right now. You know, so this is why you kind of tolerate some bullshit a little bit, but eventually the Most High is gonna tip the scale. The Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is about to tip the scale, and y'all about to start losing it on this devil. You know? Y'all about to get ready to go to war with this devil. Because right now, the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, he's going to tip the scale.
In our favor.
In our favor. Yeah, and that's scriptural too. You want me to bring that scripture?
Okay. I got this here. Sirach chapter 10, verse 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
And riches got by deceit. Because ultimately, how did you get America? You stole it from the tribe of Gad, the so-called Native American Indians. You know, you stole this land. You know? And you stole the gold, the natural resources of this land. You know? And then you set up this Federal Reserve note, which is not real money. So that's how you got your riches, by deceit, by lies, by robbery.
Made a bunch of pacts with Gad and Reuben and broke them all.
Exactly.
Because Gad and Reuben had riches over here, man. They was living on the land. They had their little kingdom set up, man. And then this devil come in here with his riches by deceiving the Gadites, man.
Yeah.
All these nations have been deceived when he brought in the Federal Reserve, right?
Yeah.
And the central bank, he deceived these nations into giving their riches. When he created the bank, right?
Yeah.
We never used banks in the ancient world. This Edomite came up with the damn banking system. Oh no, here it is. You bring me your money, and I charge you a certain percentage, and I keep your money. And then what does he do? He flips your money.
That's right.
He flips your fucking money. You think you got 10, 15, 20 grand in the bank, 30, whatever, 100K. He's using your money and flipping that shit, man.
That's right.
That's why people tell you to move it into savings accounts or whatever. But in the savings account, they'll give you like, if you're lucky, they'll give you 1%, maybe, of return. 30 years down the line, they say your money's gonna multiply. That's why they tell you to move into a Roth IRA or whatever business account. 7, 8% is the average that you want the return on your money. But they're making 30, 40%, man.
Yeah, that's what they're doing in stocks. You know? That's what they're doing in stocks.
Oh, that's why they were so pissed off when GameStop, when the shorters won, when they were shorting that GameStop stock, shit, I forget the name of the companies, but they lost billions of dollars, man, off that because usually they're the ones that gain.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. That's what that movie Assault on Wall Street was all about.
Assault on Wall Street.
Y'all seen that movie? When that devil, when he explained, how everything really worked, They charge they make commission off of this shit that off of your money that you put in that stock, And in return, you don't get shit.
And all these Wall Street bankers, most of them are part of the Goody Boys Club, man.
That's right.
They're all juiced in, and most of them are all going to these Ivy League schools, and most of them are part of these fraternities, the Alpha Beta Chi Kappa, Skull and Bones. All these big time hedge fund managers, man.
That's right.
They're all Goody Boys, and you rarely see a so-called nigger up in there, man. Yeah, you might see one or two, but them niggas are probably tears.
That's right.
or they're sold out niggas, man. That went to these little schools, man.
Exactly.
You know, well, not little schools, they're big schools.
Yeah. So you're gonna have, Jacob up and down, and some of them, because Scripture says that, the prophecy of Judah was that he shall be at the neck of our enemies. So we're gonna be in kind of high position where Esau is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Daniel was the president of Babylon.
Yeah, fine.
That's Daniel 6. So we're gonna. With the salt of earth, we get up high, but the people that run this things like Jamie Dimon, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, all these different individuals, they're all Edomites, man.
That's right.
The big time bankers, man. This is Daniel 6. Verse 1. And it pleased Darius to set over the kingdom 120 princes, which should be over the whole kingdom. And over these 3 presidents, whom Daniel was the first, that the princes might give a cup unto them, and the king should have no damage. And then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes because he had an excellent spirit in him. And the king thought to set him over the whole realm.
Right. The king thought to set him over the whole realm. That's our prophecy. Because the prophecy of Judah was that we'll be at the neck of our enemies. So we're going to be in certain positions, a certain position of power, so to say, in these last days.
Yeah, you got so-called Negro senators, like John, what's this guy that died? John, like a short, bald-headed guy. You remember John something? Yeah, he was a senator for like 40 years. Right?
John Lewis.
John Lewis. Yeah, John Lewis. Yeah. You got so-called niggas that are high positions, man. You got one of the Supreme Court justices is a Latino woman, man. Sonia Sotomayor.
Yeah.
That bitch is one of the that lady, whatever you want to call her. She wanted to. You know what it takes to be a Supreme Court justice? That's not just like a normal judge, bro. You're one of the 7, one of the top, and she was the first woman, I think. One of the first women. So there's a lot of jakes that are in high prominent positions there. But ultimately, the men of the Lord are the ones that are really going to get the real position, because you even if you get a good position here, you're still serving the devil. You're never going to be on top of the devil.
Exactly. This is his kingdom. At the end of the day, this is his kingdom. You ain't going to be a Rothschild or a Rockefeller or a DuPont or a Getty. You're not going to be, them top rich banking families of Esau. You're going to only get as high as they allow you to. You know what I mean?
As long as you play ball.
You ain't gonna be side by side, with Evelyn Rothschild, or David D. Rothschild, or Nick Rockefeller,
Oh, he's dead.
Oh,
I think he's dead. I'm not sure. Nah, I take that back out. I think it was enough. There's so many damn Rockefellers. Oh no, David Rockefeller, one that died.
Yeah, the old guy.
Oh, you had another French Rothschild that died a couple months ago. Yeah. I did a video on it. I forget his name. He was like 96 or 97. No more adrenochrome to keep him up.
Hell yeah.
Same
thing with this devil that passed too, like a few years back. Get his name. He was I don't know. I know he was one of the Rothschilds.
But yeah, if you sell out, you can get you a little high position, man. If you forsake your power. See, the thing that makes us different from the world is we're seeking our power. So in this society, we're not going to be on top, man, because we're actually seeking our power, man. Because when you forsake your power, you get blessed on this side. Because who runs this place? The devil. So he blesses you. So you get certain things. Before I just say in Ecclesiastes 7:7, that surely a person makes a wise man mad, and the gift destroy your heart. So you receive a gift, and your heart is destroyed, your mind is destroyed. You're no longer an Israelite. You're no longer doing the words. you're no longer interested in the scriptures. You're all about this world. You know? So you become rich and you forget about everything. You know, because when you're rich, what happens? The word, it chokes the word and you become unfruitful.
Right.
You know? That's why you shouldn't be seeking to be rich. The Lord, which one of the disciples was really rich like that, man? All of them had jobs, and matter of fact, they left their jobs, man. You know? He had two of the disciples. I think it was James and the sons of Zebedee. The sons of Zebedee, they left, they were fishing, and they seen the Lord, they left immediately, man. You know, and followed the Lord.
Yeah, that's done right. Yeah, David Rockefeller. Yeah.
David Rockefeller, yeah.
Dropped dead in 2017.
So yeah, you had certain men in the scriptures that were rich, like Solomon, Joseph of Arimathea, you know, certain different men that were rich. But the disciples of 12, they weren't rich, man. The 12, the 70 after them, you know, because you had 70, the Lord set them out by twos. They wasn't rich men, man. They barely had a place to sleep.
Right.
You know, just like the Lord. The Lord wasn't a rich man. He was living day by day, paycheck to paycheck, if you will. You know? So if you want to be rich in this truth, you're in the wrong place, man. You're in the wrong place, bro. And you need to examine your fucking self, man.
That's right.
Sometimes, you know, we get in the spirit of, damn, you know, I wish I could have more. But you gotta check your fucking self, man.
That's right.
You know? Hey, we're set up to suffer, man.
Right. Yeah, because what happened was, you know, hey, what did the rich man, when he came up to Yahushua, he asked him, what good works could I do to be followed? He said, you know, he kept all the commandments, but when Yahushua challenged him and said, if thou be perfect, go and sell all you have and give to the poor, and then follow me. But what did he do? He backed off. You know, he left in sorrow because he had great wealth, he had great riches. You know? He didn't want to give that up. You know, because at the end of the day, it's hard to give all that stuff up and suffer for righteousness' sake, especially the things that feel good, especially if it feels good. You know, it's hard to give all that up. You know. And the Lord said, you know, it is easier, you know.
Oh, yeah, I was good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because once you get all that wealth, you know, and you don't want to suffer for righteousness. You don't want to suffer. You know, you don't want to give all that up. You don't want to suffer. But that's what's gonna get you in the kingdom, because the scripture says, through much tribulation shall you enter in the kingdom. You know? So you're gonna have to go through them sufferings. You're gonna have to go through that. You know.
Mark chapter 10:25. It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Because what is essentially Yahushua saying? Yahushua is saying that it's impossible. Because in order for a camel to go through an eye of a needle, it will have to bend his legs down and go through. But a camel can't do that.
It would have to shrink.
Yeah. But a camel can't do that. You know what I mean? So, you know, essentially what Yahushua is saying is impossible. Because once you're in all that wealth, you know what I'm saying, and you don't want to give it up. It's hard to give that. You know, you don't want to give it up. You know, it's hard to give all that up because it feels good. It feels good to be on top. You know, it's like, you know, you're on a seesaw, right? And you're all the way up in the air, and you're looking down at the person that's sitting in the dust. You know, and you don't want to go down. You know, you want to stay up. You don't want to, you know, because it's fun being up. You know, but when it's your turn, when the scales tip, you know, now it's not so fun being down on the ground. You know, sitting in the dust. You know, it ain't so fun sitting in that dust.
That's why the prophets of the Lord were peculiar men, strange men, different, chosen. Look, this is fun for us. But if you look at the average person, could they do this? Could they stand out there and be humiliated and shit? You know? No, unless they're getting paid for something. How much am I getting paid for this? You know? That's what they want to know. How much am I getting paid for this, man? Yeah. You know? You gotta go out week in, week out in the cold.
In season, out of season.
In season, out of season. You gotta give up shit that you love, smoking, partying, whatever, popping different women, doing the shit of the world, eating pork, all this garbage, living that vida loca. You gotta give all that up. Dedicate yourself to this word, to the Lord, to this truth. That's hard for people to do. Nobody's gonna do that. Only the elect gonna be able to do that.
Not to mention, you're gonna take L's.
You're gonna take a lot of
Well, what's gonna happen is when you're in this truth, you're gonna have more L's than wins. You're gonna have more downs than ups. Much more downs than ups. And people can't take losses.
You ain't gonna be in this truth worried about your fucking career.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. But look, I'm gonna get a promotion and I'm gonna work at IBM and make $100K a year. You think the prophets of the Lord are worried about that shit? The prophets of the Lord are scrounging by, man.
That's right.
Making it as they go. Look at the apostles, man. You think the apostle got a college degree? They may or not, but they're not rich men. They work just like we work.
That's right.
You got men out there that don't do shit because they live off the congregation.
That's right.
Which, by the way, the scriptures say if you are doing the work, the congregation should take care of you.
Yeah.
But
you should also take care of the people.
You should take care of the people.
And that's a lot of these harlots do.
Because they see a fucking career out of the scriptures.
Yeah, they make a career out of this.
They make a career out of it.
This is not a career. This is a thing of, of ushering in the kingdom. We're ought to usher in this kingdom, in the kingdom. Our job is to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, the current kingdom, which Esau is ruling right now.
What are you guys doing?
Huh?
What are you guys doing?
What we're doing prophesying.
Prophesying?
Yeah, the downfall of America.
Exactly.
I see you got Make America Great Again.
Do you support that?
No.
Why?
Because it's going to be destroyed.
Do you realize that this man put more money into the...
He's going to say you people.
No. Can
I ask you a question, sir?
The colleges in which most of the
HBCUs?
blacks,
HBCUs?
Hispanics, and so forth.
I know.
He supported the colleges more than Obama ever did. Are you aware of it?
Oh yeah, I am. But the scripture says something about that though.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
Wait a minute. Yes, you can. Go ahead.
All right. So the statement, make America great again, right?
Right.
That infers that America is not great anymore?
No, it's fallen a long way.
It's fallen a long way?
Yes, it has. I mean, look at the jobs. 42 days since Biden took office. Fuel costs are up 60 cents a gallon.
Yep.
Tens of thousands of jobs in the energy sector have been destroyed. Now, those were family wage sustaining jobs. It wasn't flipping burgers. These people are making $40, $50 an hour. Gone. Done. 40,000 jobs overnight. Gone. These people went out there to make a living. And now Biden's in there and the jobs are all gone. And now they're all like, what do we do now? They're going to be pumping gas, flipping burr, whatever the case may be. But these are real jobs. We were energy independent for the first time in our existence. We're not relying on Saudi Arabia for our oil. We don't need them anymore under Trump. Now we need them. And don't forget, the sons and daughters of the people of this country are protecting those the wells again, as they were during the Obama administration. Our women and men, our children, were protecting those farms, the fields, the oil fields, the processing plants. They're protecting the wells. Our blood and treasure is protecting the wells. We didn't need that anymore. We didn't have to send our sons and daughters over there to protect the wells anymore because we didn't need them anymore.
We got a scripture.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right, now, let me just ask you this. What sect are you from? What is this?
We're Israelites.
What is it?
We're Israelites.
Israelites. So you Old Testament, New Testament, or just Old Testament?
Both.
Very good.
Alright, so this is why, because prophecy, all these jobs are gone. This is prophecy coming to pass. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of their windows be darkened. You know what I'm saying? So, grinders. No, it's talking about this time now.
No, he's not talking about America. He's talking about Israel.
No, this time now.
You know, America's in the scriptures.
No, it is not.
Yes, it
America's
is.
not in the scriptures.
Good luck finding it.
So
You're not.
because it doesn't say America.
No, but
We
we
can
know,
prove that America
we
is in
know
the
who
scripture.
Russia is. We know who Turkey
So
is.
what-
We know where Syria is. We know that Egypt is in there. Show me America. I'd love to see it.
We'll show you. We'll show you. Now, you know about the statue, right? You know about the statue? The
What
vision.
statue?
The vision that Nebuchadnezzar had, right?
Talk to me.
So there was a vision, right? All the kingdoms of the earth.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this
Okay.
straight. America not the greatest superpower in the history of the world?
Well, yes, I would say so.
You would say so? The greatest superpower, all the great superpowers are mentioned in the scriptures. Yes or no?
Russia's in there, China's in there, Egypt's in there,
Egypt's in there.
but I don't see America.
Egypt's in there. The Greeks are in there. Rome's in there.
Roma's in there.
The Middle Persians are in there.
Yeah.
Okay, just step to the side. You might run into
Oh,
the camera.
the
England's in there.
yeah, the Great Britain.
Yep.
Those days are long gone by.
America's
now.
greater than all those kingdoms. Yes or no?
I would say so.
America is in the
Let me
scriptures. Got some?
let me get this easy. All right, so this is the book of Jeremiah 51 and 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go everyone into his own country, for our judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies.
Okay.
So Babylon is talking about America.
No.
I got word Babylon.
You're wrong.
Now listen. I'm trying to tell you something. Listen. All right, so the word Babylon, which when you go back to the Hebrew, which means Babal, which means confusion. You know what I mean?
More than that here.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
exactly.
confusion.
There's a lot of confusion here. Now, when you read in the book of Revelations too, you go into Revelations and it talks about the dead bodies of the Israelites being laid in the streets,
Yeah.
which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what is that talking about? Okay, I got something for you. Right? I got something for you.
I can't answer.
Revelation 18 and 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen and is falling, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
So this is the future of Babylon.
Wait a minute. Why couldn't that be China? They are slaughtering their own children. They're slaughtering their own people. Why couldn't that apply to China?
China's not the world's superpower. America's still more powerful than China.
At the moment,
America is still
we're seeing 2021, 2025. That ain't going to be so.
We'll keep it on you.
We'll
Keep reading. Keep reading.
All right, so like when I just said to you, spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, right?
But just one more thing.
So
This guy's not my savior.
I know that.
We
I just
understand.
think he was a leader.
We understand.
Yeah, we understand. So when the scriptures talk about spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, because what you had in Sodom and Gomorrah, homosexuality, right? Don't you have homosexuality in the land of America? Overwhelming. So that's a clue right
And
there.
it's where it started too.
It's where it started.
Because America is the place where
You just said it started
homosexuality.
here when you just said it started in Israel.
No. Let's look at. They were doing. You didn't create homosexuals, but in the 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s, was homosexuality a big thing? No, it
Not that
wasn't.
we know of.
It wasn't a mainstream thing. It was looked down upon as a bad thing. Now, as the scriptures say, we keep reading. The nations have been drunk off the wine of America. Now, it says verse 3. For all nations have drunken of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Exactly. Through the abundance of our delicacy. So doesn't all nations come throughout all over the world and set up shop and make a lot of money off of America? Yeah.
Yes.
So that's another clue. So that's two.
China,
So we're hitting you.
China got rich because they dealt with America.
They're
you
dealing
remember
with
how
America
bad
right
China
now.
off was?
But then,
You remember?
when Trump was president, he was taxing Biden. Now they're back on top. They don't have to pay the tariffs anymore. That's tens of billions of dollars
Yes, sir.
a year
Yes, sir.
that they were not. They weren't getting it now.
But isn't China
past,
doing
we're
trade
looking
with
past
America
Trump.
now?
We're looking
Tell
past
me
Trump.
this on homosexuality.
Of course there is. Of course.
Well, it started from here.
But they get it from America.
I believe that we are a very pro society. There's no doubt. But are we the beginning of it or the end of it? We don't know. It's been going on to Sodom and Gomorrah. It's always been.
Yes, but this is like the brother
Always.
told you in Revelation 11. This is called spiritually
Sodom
Sodom and Egypt.
We just proved it to you. You just
Why?
proved
Because
it.
we have
But-
homosexual.
because you can't see it.
But the story's not over yet. If
It is
we were
over.
talking this, if we were to have this conversation in 1920, it wouldn't fly. So that's 90 years ago. That's nothing. And now you're going to implement and
Well, through
America-
Obama, he legalized homosexuality, didn't he? Huh?
Actually, it was Clinton who was pushing. No, first it was Clinton. Don't
Yeah, it
say-
was
don't
Clinton,
ask,
but he
don't
didn't.
tell. That's back
Exactly,
in
he
the
didn't
90s.
push, but he didn't legalize it. Now it's legal. Obama made it legal in all 50 states that homosexuals can get married.
What do you think?
So this is prophecy coming to pass.
Okay,
This is what
let's
the
deal
prophecy
with what we just read, right? One thing at a
I got to
time.
keep my own because I'm working over here.
Okay,
so
okay.
I might have to run that.
All right, all right. But we just read that the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of the fornication. What world power has had the grasp of the world? And when you go into all these different nations, they dress like America, they talk like America, they even their business practices are even set up like America. They have LLCs, they set up everything like America. They have central banks like America. America's the first country to set up a central bank. The other countries have central banks because of America. The world reserve currency, is it the yuan? No,
No, it's based on the dollar.
it's the American.
It's the dollar. Yeah, everything's off the dollar.
When you trade oil, you have to trade it in American dollars. You don't trade it in Chinese dollars.
I agree with everything you're saying. My
You see?
point is, when we get down to end times, the 70-year tribulation period, we're not going to be anywhere. We're gone. China's going to own us. China is the big chief. It's going to be.
That's not good.
The 7-year tribulations already took place.
Say
The 7-year
what?
tribulation already took
Or
place.
when?
The 7-year
No.
tribulation you're talking about is
Yeah,
in the
it's
book. It's in Daniel's, right?
Daniel is first and second Thessalonians. What else is it? You can pick up bits and pieces of the gospel. 1 Corinthians 15, Revelation.
1 Corinthians 15 is talking about the deliverance of Israel.
No.
Because what's going to happen is
It talks about the body of everything, from a flower to a human. We are all embodied in the vision of God. This is us. God designed us. This was God's plan. We're going to get new bodies because this body isn't ready for that. It's not
That's
equipped
true.
to
That is
deal
true.
with that.
That is true. That is true. Can I ask you who you study with?
No, I just read a lot. I love the scripture. Daniel, I spent some time in it. I'll be honest with you. First Kings, Second Kings. I'm not well versed in all that section, but New Testament, and I really enjoyed Genesis, Exodus, the Moses story, and all that business. But
Can I ask you a question?
You're implementing us. Be all and end all. We're nothing. There's no prophetic language to reveal that we are the end times. We're nothing.
we are in it. One said, watch as well as
We just said it already happened.
Huh?
The
We're
7-year
living.
tribulation already happened.
It already
When?
happened.
It already took place.
When?
It already took place. It was I'm gonna get it for you. It took place during the time of
Because it's all broken down.
Okay. All right. So so the Babylon. Second Thessalonians, it says that day will not come until the evil one is revealed.
until the following away happened. These
Right, the
these
following
people
away.
on the sign fell away from their heritage.
Will not.
So you're talking about the Antichrist.
That's right.
So
And
who's
he
the,
will
who's
not
the
be
Antichrist?
Don't know. Do you know?
Antichrist just means you're against the Messiah. There's not just one Antichrist going to come.
There are many.
No. I get.
have
You
horns.
said Peter, Saint Peter. Stand behind me. Get behind me. Saint Peter. He was a common influence. He was influenced by Satan to push him to do what he did.
He was cussing him out.
But the body, he's not Satan. Neither are we. If we're sinful, does that mean we're Satan? Some people are indwelled with a demon. People, it's like an army. Satan's got an army. It's like 5 or 4 missionaries. It's the big guys going after the armor. So we're the little people. Okay? But if you're going to call us satanic, I mean, you believe Savior.
Because you gotta
So
understand.
you can't renew your mind without the Holy Spirit renewing it.
But you gotta
with
understand.
for you. That's true.
Yeah, you gotta understand that the Lord only came. That's the spirit. That's the spirit.
But nah, man.
That's how the
That's how
that wind is gonna sweep through America.
That's how the spirit goes. Now,
The road is narrow. Wide is the road to destruction. Narrow is the road to righteousness.
let's deal with something that you said, right? So you said that we're not in the time of prophecy, right?
I
So
didn't say we're not the time of prophecy. Well, I said America can be found in prophecy. That's
Oh
what I
yeah,
said.
America's found all throughout prophecy.
America's known as ancient Rome. This is ancient Rome.
I worked that out. So that's just-
Revelation 19 and 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see that thou do it not. And I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony. And I'm going to read it verbatim. Right? The testimony of
Is that
Jesus.
King James? We got that.
The worship of the Most High. The testimony of Jesus is the spirit of prophecy. So, right? The spirit of prophecy.
Yeah.
Right? Which, by the way, the name of the Lord is not Jesus. It's not Jesus because the word J was not invented. The letter J was not invented until 1600s.
It's a translation. It's I know.
All right. So we're gonna use that just for argument's sake. The testimony of the Lord is the spirit of prophecy of the Messiah. So these prophecies have not, all the prophecies have not taken place yet. There's still prophecies that need to be.
I agree. I absolutely.
So we are in a time of prophecy because the Lord came to prophesy when He's on the scene. Yes, you know.
say it again.
When the Lord came to die, right, for the Israelites.
Yeah. But the Israelites.
Yes.
You think Jesus died for the Israelites? Oh, yeah.
That's what the scripture said.
You guys are
The scriptures say.
Well, let me ask you a question. What's your nationality?
first. First, they rejected him.
Huh?
So he came to the house of Israel first, but they rejected him. And that's what he reached out to them. I mean, read the book of Romans.
No, that's not true.
Read the book of
Because-
Romans.
All right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we
Romans
will.
9. We can go to Romans
Yeah,
9.
go ahead. Go to
I'll
Romans
go to
9.
Romans 9.
This is what it says.
All Israel will be saved.
Yeah.
Right? It's all Israel.
Huh?
It's all Israel. All Israel.
Can you prove that?
Yeah. It's in Romans.
Romans.
Let's read it.
All right,
Yeah.
Romans chapter 9. I say the truth, in the anointed I lie not. My conscience also bear me witness in the Holy Spirit that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. But I wish that I myself were accursed from the Messiah for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption,
The adoption.
the glory,
Where did you
the
just say
covenants.
the adoption? I'm adopted, man. I'm an Israelite.
We just read that his kinsmen according to the flesh.
According to
Wait,
the flesh.
what? We never said it. We never said you're not an Israelite. We didn't say that. We
didn't
didn't
say
say that.
I'm a descendant of Abraham's
You could be.
You could be.
You could be. We're not saying you're not. But
not saying-
the Lord
I'm
came for
Italian.
Israelites.
Yeah.
You could be. You could be an
Yeah.
Israelite.
You could be an Israelite. That's what we're trying to tell you.
That's what we're trying to tell you.
Spiritual.
Exactly.
Right.
That's
How do you get? What do you?
Huh? What am I? West Indian, so-called West Indian.
Okay. So no matter what you are, Jewish, Portuguese, you receive Christ as Savior. Understand?
it's not.
You're a sinful person.
What's sin?
What's it?
What is sin?
Yeah.
Sin is anything that God deems sin.
See, when we deal with the scripture, we got to deal with what did the scripture say?
Well, the seven talks about the seven deadly sins and all that. If I kicked you in the face right now, is that a sin?
That's not a sin.
Oh, it's not.
No, it's not a sin.
To
Okay,
beat
so
you
this
up
is-
is not a sin.
That's not a sin.
This is sin right here. All right, this is 1 John chapter 3 verse 4. Whosoever commit a sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is transgression of the law. So who was the law given to? Israel. Exactly. So yeah, exactly. So if you transgress the law, you committed sin, and the law was only given to Israel, not everyone. So that's
let me
sin.
say that. So if I have a cheeseburger, you can't mix meat and cheese. It's not kosher. You can't mix meat and cheese. That's a sin.
It's a sin to eat pork. It's a sin to eat lobster, shrimp.
So for me to beat the living crap out of you is something God.
If it's justified, if I
anger thing.
no, if I
It's a
stole,
hatred thing.
if I hit you first, if I hit you first and you kill me, That's not a sin.
You know, the Old Testament in Deuteronomy, listen to this. Deuteronomy, of the 7th chapter, it's written, there was a man and a wife, on a trail, walking across there, picked up business doing the next town. There was a man on the way, and the man in the carriage with his wife gets in a fight with this other guy.
Yeah.
Now, if the woman gets involved in the confrontation, grabs the man
By the nuts, yeah.
You gotta cut her head off. That's a sin.
they were fighting. So how is it not a
Because the woman's out of order.
Okay, but
The woman, it's a woman. A woman's
I get that.
different
Yeah,
than us.
God's establishing a nation under the law. And he's not going to allow that to escape. There's gossip starts. Can you imagine the girls that
Yeah, you can move over just a little bit.
But what I'm saying is, it's a fight. It's a fight. And the fight and the hatred and the hurting of another fellow man.
You're not supposed to kill your brother, okay?
Right,
Amongst,
but beating
amongst
up's
Israel,
okay,
you're not supposed to. No, a fight is a fight.
Okay, so
I told
killing
you
is
it's
one
not a
thing,
sin.
but beating the crap out of them and then putting them in the hospitals.
Without a just cause.
Without a just cause.
Without a just cause.
Like, just say I don't like this guy.
There's a time for war, there's a time for peace.
It's
I
unprovoked.
get that.
Yeah.
But like I say, if I punch you in the face now, is that sin? Of course it is.
That's not a sin.
I don't do that.
Because if it's unprovoked, then yeah. But if
It's unprovoked, yeah.
it's a sin. So you're right on that.
Very good.
You're right on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if they're breaking into your house and your kids at stake,
That's
it's gonna
different.
Be, that's different.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all
right.
good. Okay. That's all good. Well, we're never going to be denied because I'm trying to find out where you say tribulation is already taking place.
Because we're living in that time right now.
Since when?
Since now.
It's a 7
The
year.
RFID. No, it's not a 7 year period.
So why does it say this?
Where does it say it in the scripture?
It says times.
Where does it say?
I'll look it up.
Times and heaven.
Oh, that doesn't make sense.
That's
Yeah.
3.5 years. True.
I'll look it up for you, sir. No problem. No problem.
The tribulation period
We'll get
is
into it.
going to be a time of prosperity for people who are stupid enough to follow the lead of that. The blasphemy with Adam and Eve. It's a 7-year term. You guys can give me an answer.
That's a doctrine that they set up.
Okay, so when is you're arbitrary? Where are we now?
We're in the time of prophecy. You know the RFID, the mark of the beast, Revelations 13 and 16. You know, where this technology is evolving. You know, we're in that time right now. So that RFID chip, digital currency.
I'm with you.
That's the times that we're living in right now.
But we don't know. I mean, imagine Jews were in they were thinking that back then.
But they're not the people.
No, they're not. We may be.
Yeah.
You know, this may be the home stretch. We've got a few years left.
Yeah, the two people.
Okay, so 7-year tribulation is talking about Daniel, right?
Yeah.
But it's talking about 7 weeks, right? Which is
Right. It's like decades.
a week is 7 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it says Daniel's 9 and 27, verse 26. Let me start at 24. It says 70 weeks are determined upon thy people.
Right.
7 times 70 is 490. Are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city to finish the transgression and to make an end of sins. Alright? To make reconciliation for iniquity and to bring in everlasting righteousness and to seal up the vision and prophecy to anoint the most holy. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the
Until-
Messiah and the Prince shall be 7 weeks.
For 183 years.
And 62 weeks.
7. It's right there.
The street shall be built again, and the wall even in
You
troublous
just
times.
said it was 490. Right? When you started. When you finished that sentence, it was 483. That 7-year period is missing. It hasn't happened yet.
The 7-year period, this scripture has already been fulfilled. Because the Lord was prophesying about the time to come. All right, the time to come when the Romans came and besieged Jerusalem.
So are you talking about the 350 years?
Yeah. When you first read that, before you started, you said 490 years. Right? Yes. 490. If you do do the math. You just finished that, Daniel Scott saying. Do the math, there's 483. You're missing 7 years. Why?
But it doesn't speak about no 7-year
The
tribulation.
clock will start. The clock will start when that day comes. It's not complete. The Antichrist hasn't been revealed.
We just told you the Antichrist is more than one person.
More than one, it just means against the world.
They told you.
All right. The scriptures say there are many. The scriptures
There is a devil.
There is a thing. Okay. So
Well, what does the word? Do you know what the word devil means? It means deceiver. It goes back to Latin, diablos, which means deceiver.
Okay.
we all have, I mean,
First-
first,
1 John chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, "And every spirit that confesseth not."
Jesus is Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That the anointed is come in the flesh is not of the Most High, and is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof whom ye have heard that it should come, and even now already it is in the world.
Context, he's talking about the Messiah came in the flesh 2,000 years ago. That's what he's talking about. Deny that coming. That's Antichrist.
Okay, so there's more than one Antichrist. There's not just one person that's denying that the Lord came on the scene.
Read Revelation. This one Antichrist.
One guy. It's just one guy that's going to come. It's going to change the world.
No, 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 no,
Where's the
no.
script? Everybody's going to bow down to him.
There's going to yes, the Antichrist. There's one and only. There's
What's
almost
the scripture?
You look at the Old Testament. You look at the Revelation. He has the beast that comes out of the waters. He is kind of like God sent his son. Satan sending his son, but his right hand.
Hey, Rosemary's Baby. That's what
Rosemary's
Rosemary's Baby.
Baby.
Rosemary's Baby. They have the son of Satan.
Exactly.
The beast is NATO and the EU. Right?
Exactly.
So there's not one individual Satan.
No.
There's not one.
There's a spiritual demon Satan. There's demons. There's
Yeah,
spiritual.
there's
There's
spiritual
demons. Yes.
But there's one Satan.
Yes. There's one Satan.
What does
But-
it say? It says he fell. Jesus said
I'm-
he fell from heaven as
I'm gonna hit you with this.
like a star, right?
The spiritual demon Satan, right?
Wait a minute.
The spiritual demon Satan. Do you know the spiritual demon Satan works for the Heavenly Father? Do you know that?
I don't know what you just said. Say
We can prove that.
I know I can't understand what you said. Say
The spiritual demon Satan,
the
right?
spiritual demon.
Satan.
Say clearly.
Satan is a spiritual. He's a demon. He's a spiritual demon.
Yes, he's a spiritual.
Okay.
demon.
The Heavenly
A
Father.
fallen angel.
The Heavenly Father,
Do you
God.
believe he's a fallen angel? So Revelation's wrong again.
You just have a.
Jesus said, "I saw Satan fall." What do you say? Like a
That's a
star?
prophecy. That's a prophecy of
Oh
now.
my gosh, you guys are in trouble. No, the wrong world.
No.
You are so wrong.
What I'm trying to tell you is
What does that mean then?
What we're trying to
When
tell you.
Jesus
What does
said,
it mean?
I saw, the scripture saying, I saw Satan fall from the heavens.
He's talking about
Satan, not
Esau.
Satan.
He's talking about
It's
Esau.
plural.
He's talking about Esau.
Lucifer
What?
fallen from
He's
heaven.
talking about Esau.
Esau?
Yes. You know who Esau is?
Yeah.
Esau is the one that's ruling this world now. He said he saw him fall from light from him. When you first came up here,
Go ahead.
When you first came up here, you said America's falling.
It is falling.
That's what the Lord saw. He saw Satan fall from heaven.
You think the star that fell is America?
Yes.
Yeah, that's his
I
kingdom.
got
That's
that.
his kingdom.
Good luck.
All right.
I'll pray
Hey,
for you.
All right.
All right,
It's
now.
good. It's good speaking with you.
Yeah, it was.
All right. Take it easy. Hey, you can't get too far with these people. When the Lord said, I beheld lightning, Satan fall from lightning from heaven, it doesn't mean that the Lord saw a bunch of angels falling from heaven. It means he saw his power structure falling.
That's right.
The chief of it being America.
That's right.
All right.
But not this word is not for everybody.
Words is not for everybody. Because every single thing,
They don't understand the scripture. Here it is. He was talking about a 7-year tribulation, but there's not going to be no 7-year tribulation. He's talking about China's going to end up owning us, but that's not going to happen. Not according to prophecy.
it's not in the scripture.
Because what prophecy says that these nations are going to be gathered together in the valley of Jehoshaphat, and they're going to be judged all at once, including China, those Moabites, because China's not going to be the next superpower to rule. China's not going to be the next people to rule this earth. We're gonna these people on the sign right here, which are the elect of these people on the sign. It's going to start with the elect first. We're going to be the people that rule the next world to come under our Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. That's how it's going to work. Because ultimately America will be destroyed by way of thermonuclear missiles. which we proved to him that America is in the scriptures when we brought out the scripture in Revelation 11, where it says that their dead body shall lie in the streets, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. You know,
America's all throughout the scriptures.
you know, and that's that. And we brought out more a few clues, you know, proving that America's in the scripture. But it's not going to say America, you know. It's going to give you hints, like Babylon, you know, Egypt, you know, Rome, things like that, you know. But, you know,
Yeah, man, these people are simple, bro.
yeah, Con.
Just simple.
But they're just going off that, he's going off that doctrine,
That Christian shit.
that Christian doctrine about, you know, that there's going to be an antichrist. A man is just going to appear out of nowhere, you know, and just start, you know, killing people, you know. But that's all Christian dogma right there, you know. Because you're not going to find a 7-year tribulation that's going to take place. We're living in that tribulation now. You know?
Jacob's trouble.
Jacob's trouble, you know. That's what it's talking about. You know, Jacob's trouble. We're entering in the time of Jacob's trouble.
Look, 482 years. It's missing something. It already happened, bro.
It's not talking about today. It's not talking about now. You know, we're living in a time where this RFID microchip is about to be implemented, digital currency. You know? That's the times we're living in. We're living in a time where this RFID chip will be implemented. And yes, there will be mass death throughout these streets, you know? There will be a time of trouble, you know? Such as never been since there was a nation, you know? Yes, but it's not talking about a 7-year period. That's not what it, or just one man or Antichrist, just one man coming to ultimately take over the whole world.
I'm surprised he didn't say rapture.
Exactly.
I thought it don't come with the rapture thing too, man. The rapture is us
Well,
being caught up in these ships.
The true rapture
That's the rapture.
is the elect of the deliverance or the extraction of the elect of the nation of Israel. You know, that's the true rapture. It's the extraction of the elect men and the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. You know, but the main extraction is going to be here in America. This is the main deliverance or the main rapture that's going to take place here in America.
2/3 going to get cut off in America.
And that's where the 2/3 are going to be cut off and die, like the brother said.
Revelation chapter 13:1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rising up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Now that 7 heads and 10 horns is talking about NATO and the EU. You know? But I think they added like how many more? Like 20, 28 more.
Well, now it's 27.
Okay, they added like 27 more to upset the prophecy.
Yeah, the original 10 heads is France, Britain,
Luxembourg,
Denmark, Spain, Portugal, Ireland, and there's a couple more. But those are the originals. You know,
but they added like 27 more to upset the prophecy.
trying to upset
The prophecy.
Yep.
That's what it's talking about.
Yep. And it was created in something called the Treaty of Rome. You know. So yeah, the guy mentioned the beast.
Yeah, that's the beast.
You gotta understand what the beast is, man.
Yeah.
To understand the Antichrist, he's gonna come out of the sea with a beast, man. You know? See, these people. Well, it's just the spirit, man. But by the way, I kind of like the guy, man. I thought he was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
I thought he was cool, not like the other asshole that came the other day.
Yeah.
You know, he was a cool guy, man. But you know, the spirit just has to be the one that substitutes.
Yeah. Not everybody's gonna get this.
It says, "And the beast which I saw like unto a leopard, and his feet were the feet of a bear." And his
So what does
mouth-
that mean? So when it's talking about the head is like the head of a leopard, you know, which that's the beginning of Esau's rulership, you know.
Alexander the Great.
Started with Alexander the Great, you know, that's the beginning of Esau actually coming into power.
Yep.
You know, because like they said, you know, but when they say that his civilization started with the Greeks,
That's
really
what they
it's
mean.
talking about their civilization started with the Greeks, you know. but it's not, their civilization, because it started with the Greeks. Their rulership started with the Greeks. You know. Now it's going to end with the feet of the bear. And who is known as the bear? Russia. Because ultimately, Russia is going to lead this charge into destroying America. Russia's going to be the main head honcho that leads the charge in destroying America.
Yeah, Ezekiel 38.
It
says, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed.
And what was one of his heads that was wounded to death? It was talking about the ancient Roman Empire, because Septimius Severus was the one that brought down the Romans, and it became the Holy Roman Empire.
You had Jake's up there,
Done.
which they won't tell you about.
Exactly.
That's hidden history.
Done. And when it talks about his deadly wounds was healed, that's America coming back into power.
By way of the Renaissance era.
Done. Through Pope Alexander VI.
That's the era.
Yeah.
Our boy.
Uh-huh.
So the Renaissance era, which means rebirth, that's when his wound was healed.
Done. Started with Pope Alexander VI and
The Borgias.
the Borgias, which they're reincarnated. We know who they are today.
Yeah. Them rats.
The rats.
Rats, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what you gotta understand
Done.
everything to pull it all together.
Done. It's like a puzzle. You gotta put the pieces together.
Yeah.
You gotta know how to put the pieces together. Know what piece goes where. You know what I mean?
Which that guy said it.
A jigsaw puzzle.
Yep, the jigsaw puzzle. He
know
said
what I'm
it.
saying?
You need the Holy Spirit. That's what he said.
So that's how you can connect the dots. But like the brother said, the spirit gotta be something with you. If the spirit's not something with you, you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna understand it. So you're just gonna blindly follow what this Christian, what they're teaching, which they're completely off. Teaching that that antichrist doctrine, that the antichrist is coming and all of that. It's a 7-year tribulation doctrine. False doctrine, by the way, because it's false. Because we all know that's not going to happen. It ain't going to happen that way.
And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, "Who is like unto the beast, and who is able to make war with him?"
Exactly. Who was able to make war? Nobody. America hasn't been touched militarily yet. America has not been touched militarily yet. This is why another word for America is the virgin daughter of Babylon.
Isaiah 47.
Because America hasn't been touched militarily yet.
That's it. So China, this guy was talking about China being the China's been touched. The Japanese, they went up into China. When you read the Nanking Massacre, man, they went up into China and slaughtered 300,000 Chinese, man.
That's right.
Raped, robbed, and murdered them. China's just a new power, man.
That's right.
America's has been on power like 100 years before they were, like a world power. America really started to be a world power in the 1850s, on up, After the Industrial Revolution.
That's right.
Then they started to be a real world power. China was never a world power before that. They had power in the Ming Dynasty and all that shit, but that was like 1,000 years ago, and that was on that side of the world. They didn't have a control over the whole globe.
Yeah, that's right.
So it can't be China.
America has U.S. bases all over the world.
All over the world, man.
Well, does China have a base here in America?
Hell no.
Hell no. Does all these other countries have a base here in America? No.
You ain't gonna see no French base here. Where them niggas are running drills, man.
That's
But
right.
Americans are running drills in France.
That's right.
They're running drills in Germany. You got niggas that were born in Germany because they served under the French. How you think these Americans get over there, man?
That's right.
You had bases in Vietnam, China. I mean, you name it, bro. They're there. England. It's not the same people.
That's right.
But hold on, it says, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things of blasphemies, and power was given unto them to continue 40 and 2 months. And he opened his mouth and blasphemed against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven.
Yeah, blaspheme his name. They're setting up this
Jesus guy.
Caesar Borgia, Cecil Borgia, Cesare Borgia, you know, saying that, you know, we're not the saying that he's actually the chosen, that he's the Lord's chosen, you know. This is what's going on right now, you know.
Yeah, that's it. Verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and power was given him over all the kindreds and tongues and nations. So China don't have that. What's the number one language in the world? English. By far the number one. You go any goddamn place, they speak in English. They're not speaking Chinese, bro. They're not speaking fucking Chinese, man. Nobody understands that shit anyway. You know? Nobody's fucking speaking Chinese. The only reason they want to speak Chinese now is because it's a kind of a prominent language. But English is the number one, man. People listen to English English music, Michael Jackson and all this, you know. They don't listen to who's a Chinese artist, man? Nobody know. Nobody watches. People watch the NBA, they watch the NFL, they watch all these sports leagues here, and they watch Premier League in England, man.
That's right.
You know, they don't fucking watch Chinese shit, man. China's not the superpower, man.
Yeah, America.
Why do you think China has to band with Russia? Because they can't take on America by themselves. They barely have. I think that America got like 15 aircraft carriers. China, I think they got a couple.
That's right.
China barely started to get nukes. America got the surplus of nukes. Russia's the only one that can compete with them nukes.
Exactly.
America spends.
That's where they get their
Go ahead.
nukes from. It's like, you know, who supplies their nukes? Russia. You know.
America spends $700+ billion on their military every year. China couldn't amass that much money to spend on their military.
Yeah. Even though, you know, America is indebted to China and all these trade wars, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, China is not going to be that superpower. You know, even though they came a long way, you know what I'm saying? Went from riding bicycles to high-speed trains, you know, faster than their railroad operations, you know, where they have these high-speed trains and everything that could go much faster than the trains here in America. You know, they came a long way. We'll give them that. But ultimately, they're not the superpower, and they're not going to become a superpower. They're not going to be the next in line to rule. You know.
You got a bunch of communists running the world. I don't want to be a fucking communist, man. You know? Man, yeah, man.
The next people that are going to rule this world are these people on the side right here under our Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And that's that.
That's it.
You know? Through prophecy. You know, we don't know this through, we didn't figure this out through geography. We know it through prophecy. You know? Because the scripture says in 2nd Ezra 15:1, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. You know?
That's it.
So the prophecy is that America will be destroyed by way of thermonuclear missiles. The elect will be beamed up in the chariots, and ultimately our Lord will set up the kingdom, and we're going to rule forever and ever under our Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because we're joint heirs unto our Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, the elect. You know, so that's how that's going to work.
And that's why it's so imperative that we be out here doing this work, man. Because if we're not out here doing this work, then the Lord's not gonna come. You know.
Because the Lord said it himself. He said, when I come, shall I not find
faith on earth?
upon the earth? You know?
So you gotta do this work, man. So that the Lord comes quicker.
If you know that scripture, if you can get that in, I think it's 2nd Ed when the Lord was putting crowds on.
Well, 2nd Ezra 2.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah. Which, by the way, the Lord's gonna come on His time, when He wants. But we're hastening the day.
That's we're hastening.
When he sees His men out there, pushing forth, and He's sending them out there, then we're hastening the day. That's the whole purpose of because who else is doing the labor, man? The Lord said,
yeah, He said, watch as well as pray, right? He told us to watch for the signs and look for the signs of His coming, and we're seeing those signs taking place. So we got to go that much even harder. We got to push that much even harder.
The dude said, I read the scripture in Ecclesiastes 12 where it says, grinding is a cease. And this guy was talking about the jobs. Man, of course, this fucking place is through. That's why you're wearing the American Great Again hat.
Make America great again. Well, it's not going to become great again.
Hey, we know it's rough. You love your country, man. You love it. But hey, fuck it. Fuck you and your country.
It's going down the shitter. Yeah. I mean, America has run its course already.
That's it.
And now she's at her end. Man. We're at the end of this thing.
And when a place goes down, it's not an easy transition, man.
Nah.
It's fucked up.
People die.
People die. People starve. Women get raped.
Exactly. Society breaks down.
Society breaks down, man.
Everything starts breaking down. The structure of this place starts breaking down. Yeah. And right now we're seeing that structure of this place, being broken down. From the inside out. Because it starts from the inside and it oozes out. Comes out from the inside. It starts oozing out of the body. So that's what we're seeing.
And you should really blame your leaders, man. Because your leaders are the ones that are crashing your economy, not managing your finances right, destroying your country from inside out. Like your brother said.
The elites. Because the elites are the ones that are pulling the strings from behind. Because all you're seeing with these presidents or these leaders, senators, they're nothing but front men. They're just front men. But puppets. But you don't see the puppet master controlling and moving the strings, maneuvering the strings. And that's the elites. And that's what they're doing. The people that own the banks, that own how much you pay for your rent, your electricity, that owns all these corporations.
Control your interest rates.
You can't.
Yeah, you never heard this guy one time mention the elites, man. He's just talking about Trump and shit. That's how you know somebody's on a low level.
That's right.
You worried about the fucking president, man. The president ain't shit, really. He ain't nothing but a fucking...
He's just a front man.
He's a doorman.
Yeah, he's a front man. That's all he is. He ain't nobody. He's not really nobody important.
He ain't nobody special.
Exactly, cunt.
He's just another nigga, man.
That's right.
Hey, Obama, you just another nigga, man.
That's right.
And some brothers say he's not, he's a Hamite or whatever. Let's go with that. He's not even a Jake.
But you had our people believing in this guy.
Yeah,
saying that he was the best president in the world.
And he always, every time they talk about, you see, he was like, well, Obama didn't do anything for you. Nigga, we know that.
Exactly.
We know that, bro. You always see a cracker. He's always like, but Obama, even Obama. Look at Obama and shit. Nigga, we don't care about Obama, man. We're not your average so-called Negroes, man.
Yeah,
so-called Hispanics. We're not. They believe in these fucking politicians and these people, and they believe that shit can get better.
That's right.
The scripture say, "Curse the he that maketh flesh his arm."
That's right.
Put your strength in man and shit. Man can't save you, man.
Exactly. So this place is crumbling and it's going down and it's going down and it's gonna go down hard.
2nd Ezra chapter 2 and verse.
It's gonna go into a blaze of glory.
2nd Ezra 2 and 43. And in the midst of them was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest.
And who is that young man of high stature, taller than all the rest? That's our Lord Yahweh Shai.
It says, and a young man, because he always looked the same. You know, he doesn't age. Not because he was like a little child, but he in the spirit, they don't age. They don't look like old men. You know. So it says, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. And so I asked the angel, and he said, Sir, what are these? And he answered me and said, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and have put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High, and now are they crowned and receive palms.
God, you know, these are they that stood stiffly. You know, because right now we're standing stiffly for the word of Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
It says, verse 46. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? And he answered me. So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
That's right. How we're standing stiffly by coming out here in the elements, you know, coming out here pushing this work. You know, this is how we're standing stiffly. Because it's cold as shit right now. It's cold as hell right now. It's chilly. You know? It's gonna start to warm up a bit next week, you know. Thank goodness, thank the Lord. But you know, right now it's chilly, you know. You know, people don't really like to stand around too much in the cold like that, you know. But this is how we're making our bodies a living sacrifice unto our Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahshua.
Reasonable service.
Yeah, which is our reasonable service. You know, standing stiffly for this work.
That's it, man. So we ain't, this is what we gotta do. You know, hey, you want the kingdom or not, man? You know, fuck wrong with you, man? You gotta check out there. Don't even go out in the car. It's too cold, man. It's too hot. Nigga, you don't really believe, do you?
You don't have faith.
You don't have faith
Because the scripture says faith without works is dead. You know?
Hey, there's sometimes that you don't want to go out. Sometimes you feel like staying in the fucking house.
Yeah.
But you gotta do it. Sometimes you feel like, hey, the flesh is telling you to do something else.
Exactly.
But you gotta go, man.
Exactly.
You gotta go. Because that's the spirit of the prophets.
That's right.
The spirit of prophets. Hey, even if you don't want to, hey, what happened to Jonah, man? Jonah tried to flee to Tarshish.
Yeah.
He tried to flee to Tarshish. The Lord got a big
I
ass.
may say this, you know.
A big ass fish to bring him back.
Yeah. If I may say this, you know, I just got done doing a 12-hour shift, you know. And I'm tired as hell. But you know, you gotta do it though. It's that faith that pushes you to do it.
You have to.
Because you have that faith. You know, and you're gonna do this work. You're gonna make your body a living sacrifice. You know. You know, I just got finished doing a 12-hour shift. You know, I'm tired as hell. But you know, well, we made preparations to come out to do this work. We made that commitment, so we got to do it. We got to still honor it. You know.
Yeah.
So you know,
There's no excuses, man.
no excuse.
No excuse. You
Because
ask,
we're living in these last days now. You know? Prophecy is coming to pass. You know. So it ain't the time to be all lukewarm and shit. You know. We got to go that much harder because you know we're just that much closer.
yeah, man. You make time for all kinds of other shit. You know, a big booty chick call your ass at 2 in the morning. You gonna get up, man, and
That's
go.
right.
You gonna go. I don't want to hear shit. Yeah, nigga, you gonna go, man. So you better go out there and do that work, man.
That's right.
And what motivates you is really the fear of the Lord.
That's
Because
right.
you know that the Most High will kill your fucking ass if you don't do what the hell He said. You know. So it don't matter what man got to say, what this guy got to say. It matters what the Heavenly Father got to say.
Yeah, that's why the Lord said in the book of Luke, I believe the 6th chapter, why He called me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say.
Which I say.
You know, you got to do what you're commanded to do if Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And you do it because you fear Him. You know, you have that fear. The scripture says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You know,
That's it.
so if you ain't got fear, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you ain't got the wisdom. You don't got no wisdom. You know, that's where wisdom comes from fearing the Lord of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's how you obtain wisdom.
That's it.
You know?
Your ass Israelites better be afraid, man. Hey, when the Yahweh Shai start to open up, man, then you're gonna be afraid. But you should be afraid now, knowing the terror of the Lord. What the scripture say? What we persuade men. Exactly. You should be persuaded to do what you gotta do. You know, not everybody's a prophet, but whatever your lot is, you better do it.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
You a helper, you better help. You a scribe, you're a reader, you whatever you are, you better do it. If you don't do it, the Most High is gonna take you out, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's facts, man. You know, we're not gonna sugarcoat shit, man.
That's right.
We're not set up to sugarcoat nothing, man.
Yeah, come. Let me get this real quick while you hold it down.
Oh yeah.
Real quick. This is what the scripture says. All right, this is the book of Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. You know? So the time to get this word is now, you know? The scriptures also talk about in Isaiah, seek ye the Lord while you may be found. You know? Call upon him while he is there, you know? Because ultimately what's going to happen, the Most High is going to seal this thing nice and tight. He's going to already seal the deal. He's already sealing the elect. And once the elect gets sealed, and once the Most High seals the deal, all hell's going to break loose. The angels are going to let loose.
Yeah, like Noah's Ark, man.
You know, come.
Nobody was getting up in there after it was closed, man.
That's
Let
right.
me in, Noah. Let me in.
You know what I'm saying? They have plenty of time. Noah was out there 120 years telling them motherfuckers, get right. There's a flood coming. What did they do? They didn't take heed. They waited until the last minute until that the Most High opened up the floodgates. You know, started raining down upon them and flood the earth.
Yeah, they never listened.
So it's important to fear the Lord and try to get this word while because we ain't gonna be out here too much longer. We ain't gonna be out here teaching forever. You know, people look at this thing as if we're gonna forever be standing out here just screaming out at the top of our lungs and saying the same thing over and over. You know, we're not forever gonna be out here. You know, because the Lord is gonna send for them hunters.
That's right.
There's a phase 2 to this truth. You know, phase 2 is coming, and the phase 2 is the Most High setting up his men to be hunters. You know, we're gonna get busy.
Luke chapter 6 and 46. And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, will I show you to whom he is like. He is like a man which built an house and digged deep, and laid the foundation upon a rock. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock.
That's right. You know, because at the end of the day, we're building our foundation upon that rock. Because the Lord said He's the cornerstone. So our foundation is built upon our Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, so when that storm comes, we're gonna stand firm. You know,
But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that is without a foundation, built an house upon the earth, and against the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of the house was great.
that's right. Because that storm is coming. You know, we're telling you a storm is coming. So get right with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Come back to your true nationality, your inheritance. You know, which is a Hebrew Israelite. But when you ignore this, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you're driving down the street. You know what I'm saying? The speed limit says that you got to go 40 miles an hour. But you choose to ignore that speed limit to say that you're going 40 miles an hour, and you end up going let's say 90 or 100 miles an hour. You know, you're just set for destruction right there. Now you have a curve, you got to take a turn. You can't take that turn. And now you have an accident, or you have a kid that runs out in the street. You know, now you have a disaster upon your hands. You know, because you're choosing to ignore that sign. You know, and that's our people. Our people are ignoring the signs of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, they're ignoring the signs of prophecy. They're ignoring the men of the Lord that are out here on the highways and byways prophesying. You know, So once you choose to ignore the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you set yourself up for failure. You set yourself up for destruction. You know? And quite frank, you know, 2/3, you know, that's gonna be your destiny. You know? Because you didn't want to listen, you didn't want to take heed to the men of the Lord that was telling you these things, you know, before they took place. Now you got to deal with the consequences. You know? Now you got to deal with the pain and agony.
Proverbs 8.
Excuse me for a second.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we can wrap up after this one. It says, Proverbs 8:33. It says, hear instruction and be wise and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me and watcheth daily at my gates and waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life and shall obtain favor of the Lord. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul, and all that hate me love death. Alright? So the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahshai said what? If you hate the Lord, you hate this message, you hate the truth, then what? You love death, man. Alright? All that come up against the Heavenly Father and His Son, they love death, man. This message is really to save you. Alright? The scriptures say, receive it with meekness, then graft the word and what is able to save your soul. But you know what I'm saying? You know, Jacob, they really hate, they love death, man. You know? They really love death. So the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahshai is gonna give them all to death, man. Alright? That's why there's gonna be a lot of death and destruction out here coming soon, man. You know? Which that's why the scriptures speak about through the foolishness of preaching. Alright? Because all these people walk by and what it looks foolish to them. You know? It looks foolish to them. It looks crazy. Well, that's cool, man. You know? Because who gets the last laugh? Who gets the last laugh? Alright? It's all about who gets the last laugh. The men of the Lord are going to get the last laugh. Yahweh Shem Yahshai and his men are going to get the last laugh. You know? Everything else is all this extra shit, man. You know? It is what it is. You know? All the opinions. Scripture speak about vain opinions. Ecclesiastes 3. Ecclesiasticus 3. You know? The scripture speak about many beings deceived by their own vain opinion. You know? And an evil supposition has what? Overthrown their judgment. So these people, their opinions and their evil suppositions have overthrown their judgment, man. So they can't see that this is the truth. The scriptures speak about having your senses exercised in order to be able to see good and evil, man. You know? So yeah, that's the message that the prophets of the Lord come with, man. Alright? The scriptures speak about this road containing lamentation, woe, and destruction, man. Alright? So it's not a somber, a good, joy-lucky, PG message, but it is a necessary one, man. So somebody's got to get their hands dirty. You know, somebody's got to get their hands dirty.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody got to do the heavy lifting. You know, they say they have a sign on the road that said "men working." Yeah, that's why women ain't called to do this work, man. Right. Men got to get their hands dirty. Real men. And only a few real men left. A real man doesn't just because you're a fucking bodybuilder doesn't make you a real man, right?
Exactly.
A lot of these bodybuilders are faggots, man.
That's right.
You know, a lot of these Lee Haney's and all these different guys, man. A lot of them are into men and shit. You know, but anyways, what makes you a real man is coming back to the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai, man, and living after these laws, all right, the best of your ability, and actually living like a man. Because even these men today, they live underneath their women. They're not real men. They you know,
back you up.
They're not real men.
So this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
That's the whole duty. You know? They keep His commandment means one of His commandments, like the main commandments, one of the main commandments is to come out here and do this work. That's right. You know? And that's why only 144,000 and the 1/3 gonna make it. You know? Because they're the ones that actually becoming real men. You know?
They got They're the ones that got what it takes.
Got the cushion.
You know what I'm saying? If you got what it takes, you know, you're gonna do this work. You know, if you ain't got what it takes to do this work, then you're not gonna do this work. You know, you may be in it for a little while, but then eventually, you know what I'm saying, you'll start to get weak, then you end up falling out. You know? Why? Because you didn't have what it took. You don't got what it takes. You gotta really strengthen your spirit, guys. Strengthen your spiritual self.
Strengthen your spirit, right? Yeah, that's why the Apostle Gabriel did that video about not being a camp wallflower.
That's right.
Because when you're a camp wallflower, you're just there. You know, you're just there. You know, just you're looking into the abyss. You're not really engaged, man.
Yeah.
You know, you got your hands in your pockets. You're just chilling.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't got nothing to bring to the table. And eventually, through time, that's not gonna work, bro. You gotta get involved, bro. You gotta study. You know, a lot of you ain't even studying, man. You just fucking doing it. I'm gonna show up to camp just because. You know, you ain't got no fucking place being there, man. And a lot of you are gonna fall out at the end.
Exactly.
Because a lot of you are not men of the Lord. And that's
Because
just
you're
what it
looking at this thing as entertainment.
is. Entertainment.
This is not entertainment.
Something to be a part of, like
You know, this is not a fad or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
something to be a part of, like a big ass, you got a bunch of friends to get together and shit.
Yeah, this is not a fad, all right? This is not the latest trend, you know, that you follow, that you get into, you know what I mean?
That's it.
This is the work of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We're coming with this work comes tribulation, comes hardship, you know, diligence, because the scripture says, give ye diligence to make your calling and election sure, you know?
Yep.
By you just standing there into the abyss and with your hands in your pocket, like the brother said, you're not making yourself diligent, you know? And it takes discipline, time, and patience, you know? It comes with discipline and time and patience.
Yep.
But if you just constantly repeat the same thing over and over again, you know what I'm saying? That's not going to be beneficial to you, you know? Eventually, you're just going to end up falling by the wayside.
Because you're not growing.
Yeah, con.
You're just doing the same shit, going through the motions. That's another thing, you're just going through the motions.
You're just being complacent,
Complacent, that's
you
it.
know? And that's a thing of being lukewarm, you know? Especially right now. You know, now is not the time to be lukewarm, you know? Now is not the time, you know, to just be complacent. You know, you want to actually work, you know? You want to actually do the work, you know what I'm saying? Don't talk about it, be about it, do the work, you know? Strengthen your spirit, condition your spirit, you know? Build up your spirit.
So that's 2 Peter 3:17. Ye therefore, beloved, seeing ye know these things before, beware lest ye, being led away with the error of the wicked, fall from your own steadfastness. But grow in grace, in the knowledge of the Lord our Savior, Yahushua Mashiach, to whom be glory now and forever.
Yeah, grow in grace, you know? Keep growing, you know? Grow your spirit, spiritual growth. You know?
Scriptures speak about a man being known by his look,
That's right.
you know, and you see certain things, man. You're like, you don't want to say like, oh well, this guy could be weak or whatever, but you can tell certain characteristics of individuals, man.
That's right.
And
Because you got that spiritual insight.
you can just see it, like, this guy ain't right, man, or this guy, he's kind of teetering on the fence, man. Never says shit,
That's right.
never does nothing, it's just there. You better put your fucking whole heart into this thing, man. If you don't, your ass gonna fall out, bro. The Lord said He required all of you, man.
That's right.
All your diligence, require your whole, You can't put up a video, you can't do it. You guys know the severity of this thing, man. You can't read a little bit every day. Just a little bit every day keeps you sharp, man. Why we do videos? We do videos mainly to keep ourselves sharp, man.
That's right. Keep ourselves focused.
To edify the flock, obviously, but another main reason is to keep yourself sharp, man.
That's right.
Because you got distractions in the world, you got all kinds of shit in your family, all this crap. You can easily get distracted, so you do videos, keep yourself sharp. Precepts start coming up, boom, 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 and then you start to keep getting sharp, man.
Keep yourself focused. Meditate. Like, let me say me as an example. as I go into my daily world, I'm constantly thinking about the scriptures, That's where I get my shows, And the Spirit may jump on me. I may see something or think of something, and I can say, hey, that's a video right there. Pull out your phone, you know what I'm saying? Hit record, that's it. Bring up the precepts and start, and there you go. There's a video that you can put up, just off of just one thought of something that just crossed your mind, or something that you may see,
Speaking about the Spirit giving utterance.
That's right, come on.
That's it.
Things like that. That's what keeps you sharp. That's what keeps you
Engaged.
motivated, engaged, So, that's how you need to do it, And it builds you up even more. It gets you even more sharper. Now it's nothing for you to put up a video or do a show. You know what I'm saying? Now it's nothing. It becomes second nature, like breathing.
That's how it should be.
Exactly.
It says Second Corinthians 8 and verse 7. Therefore, as ye abound in everything, in faith and utterance and knowledge, and in all diligence, and in your love to us, and see that ye abound in grace also.
That's right.
It says, I speak not by commandment, but by occasion of the forwardness of others, and to prove the sincerity of your love.
That's right. To prove the sincerity of your love, by the sword of others.
Yeah, because you have to prove to the Lord that you really love Him. And how you prove through your actions, man. You had to prove it. So you prove your actions by doing the work. You constantly do the work. You're constantly engaged in the ministry. The scriptures speak about making full proof of your ministry.
Yeah, like that saying goes, actions speak louder than words.
Speak louder than words. The Lord said, be not a hearer only of the word, but a doer. So you guys can hear it, all you want, watch videos all you want. But if you never eventually get involved in the ministry, then you're doing it halfway.
You're half-stepping.
And you brothers out there that you could actually, be doing the work. You don't do it. Why? I don't know. Because you're just not men of the Lord, or and I know various examples of that shit, man. You're lazy. You don't want to do it. No, it's not time yet. Nigga, when is it gonna be time? When the missiles drop?
Exactly. You're being slothful.
Bro.
Scripture says, hidden your talent. You know what I'm saying? And what did the Lord say? He said, "Thou slothful servant." You know what I'm saying? And that's when the Lord's gonna destroy you. Because you're being lazy. You're being slothful.
You're hiding your talent under a napkin.
Exactly.
The Lord gave you a small talent, whatever the case may be, and you don't want to take advantage of it. The Lord's gonna take that and give it to somebody else that's more ready to flip that talent, man.
That's right. Come on.
But yeah, man. Like we said, not everybody's a prophet, but a lot of you out there, you could be doing more, and you don't do it. But it's all good, man. But we can close. We ain't got nothing else.
So with that, we want to give all praises and glories to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakadash. The Lord said that about his great road song. Shalom to the Yakim out there on the highways and byways, noise in this world abroad, all around the world, with the spirit and power of our Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Barakadam, Huam Yasha Allah, and above all,